So this honestly started back in December, but we didn't approach it as a company until March or April. Basically, we were not keeping up the marketplaces, not updating the Kanban cards, and we needed to do something different. So to solve the problem, the first thing we did was run this through our podcast club. Then, as a company, we watched it together, had lunch, and discussed some of the first steps. Work on a trial one, so this is one's in our break room, so this is in the canteen. So essentially over time we created a standard of the ways that we were going to mark things and bin things, and we just got to work training people each day during 3S. Once we got everybody individually trained on exactly how to cut out a Kanban card, how to mark bins, how to laminate, all the steps, we put people into teams, and we made it fun, so we made them into Olympic events. One of the things we wanted to make sure was everything was on wheels, so there was no monuments. The other thing we wanted was the marketplaces near the workplace, but not at the workplace. As we train people, one of the improvements we made was making a drop zone for inbound material. The materials get put away correctly. We have one person who's a water-inspired trainer, and then each day we switch off and take turns putting stuff away. That way we learn where everything goes and what it's for. Track of who does it, how long, and then what problems occurs. Right by it, we put all of our ordered Kanbans in the vendor. That will be something we are going to improve here soon. As I had sent out, we have 781 Kanban cards. The original ones were done by the shop guys, and we tried QR codes and a bunch of other stuff. Overall, it was confusing. First things is we put the vendor in the bottom right. That way we could find the Kanban card as well as identify the box. Inventory location, we put a picture of each of the marketplaces and what bay in our shop it is. Each of the marketplaces are named, and each of the ones have a little red arrow of which where we keep crumb trails so that we can put them throughout the shop when we need to find where something is, so we have it readily available. Also used to laminate all the pictures. Now we use sticker paper and just print it on that and cut that out. I wish we had a 3D printer, but we just use these pallet clips from FastCap for our Kanban holders. Improvement is one ringable next. We got one guy who's in charge of Kanbans. The teams put the Kanbans they need in their folder.
Then they include Kanban cards that need updated. They make copies of them and put them in here. And then the person in charge of the Kanbans just puts them in here so the next day they're ready to work on it during 3S.
So also this has been challenging for odd things. So here's a system for truckload. Here's a system where we bring in boxes of filler. We break them down into tubes so it's easier to handle. And here's for large 4x8 sheets, a simple system to keep track of stuff. We also have 6 Kanban and ondons throughout the shop, 4 for external and 2 for internal Kanbans that need to be either made or ordered. Early enough, we still have a lot to do. We need to do the bathroom, which we didn't start on, so it was actually pretty good. We need to get our spray area marketplace done, which we named James Bond 007. We're going to retrain and teach about the clutter room, which is a fantastic idea and something we use. In our innovation area, we are going to introduce the lean cave, which we kind of have had, but we're going to improve that, as well as make a marketplace for hardware, and then as well another one for spare parts for our machines. About everything that we've done recently. Basically, we wanted everything to be simple. We wanted progress over perfection, but we didn't want to be sloppy. When we made the Kanban cards, a lot of the information was wrong, so we wanted it to be accurate. We wanted to approach it with humility. We wanted no monuments, and we wanted to understand that these were not workstations. Most of the things we learned on here or other places out on the old interwebs. So that's why sharing is so important, and it's interesting how I would always take away something from somebody. I know bins came from Tyler and Joe Sylvie, Brad, no monuments, tons of other great ideas out there. So it's fun to watch everybody work on these things, and I encourage you to go slowly.